A turkey gobbled its way inside a dentist's office and destroyed the place. Dubai banned a new trend of serving coffee in baby feeding bottles. And China proposes teaching masculinity to the boys. These are the weird stories for Thursday on Weird AF News, your only daily weird news podcast hosted by a comedian. I'm Jonesy, your host. Thanks for joining me. I got some weird stories from around the world. Let's go. A turkey stormed into a dentist's office and destroyed it. What a surprise that must be if you're in the chair getting some chemicals to numb your pain. Maybe you're getting the good shit, the gas. Oh, yeah. You know the one. The stuff that makes you feel real good. Can I get it? Can I get that gas? Can I? And then all of a sudden a turkey starts bouncing off the walls, but you think it's absolutely normal? You're like, that's from the chemicals, isn't it? That's not really a turkey. Till it lands on your face. The article begins by saying, no one loves to go to the dentist. Speak for yourself, all right? I love to go to the dentist. Love it. Get that big-ass needle in my face and just numb my whole jaw for the next 7 hours. That's a good time. Try and drink a Sunny D and it just spills all down my shirt. Great times, the dentist. Woo, yeah. Always walk out of the dentist feeling good. I just paid all this money for you to give me some pain. What a great deal the dentist is. Did you guys hear that dentists, that occupation has the highest suicide rate? I asked my dentist about this, and she had no idea why that is. Together, we couldn't even figure it out. So if anybody knows why dentists kill themselves most often when it comes to occupations, please call the show. Let us know. Any dentists out there, you want to tell us about your depression? Guys, call the show, okay? I'm a friend. Feel free to call and just unload your worries and cares. The number is 646-450-2012. Just feel free to disemburden yourself of all of your worries. I'm kidding. I'm not your therapist. Don't call me with that crap. But if you are a dentist, please call me and tell me how your mind is right now. Wow, I really went off the rails. I haven't even gotten into the article of a turkey busting into a dentist's office. I'd imagine this is in the middle of nowhere. Turkey Town, wherever that is. Turkey Town, USA. I used to see turkeys just romping around in New Hampshire. Yeah, I spent some time in New Hampshire, not going to lie. Okay, Jonesy, please, enough. Take your ADHD medicine and get on to the story. Sorry. A turkey reportedly made a bit of a mess at a dentist's office in California. California? Apparently, the animal was known to hang out near the building, although the workers at the office weren't prepared for it to come inside the building. Well, why did you let it inside, workers? What the hell's wrong with you? We just trying to... Did the turkey look cold to you? You wanted to let it in? Come on, turkey, come on and get warm. Cold. Come on, turkey, come on in. You can warm up in the dentist's office. Why don't you get right in the chair, turkey? Turkey, get in the chair. You want me to check your molars? Oh, you're a turkey. You got no molars. What is that pink thing under your chin? That is disgusting. Looks like a Balzac. One of the managers of the dental office in Fair Oaks, California, says she was having a normal day. Just a normal dentist kind of day. Making people squeal in pain and then giving them a bill for it. Out of nowhere, big-ass turkey crashed through the windows. Actually went through the windows. My goodness. Apparently, the bird entered with so much force that the woman thought the bird had been thrown into the building. Donna McDonald, she must be the dental assistant. She told the media, I thought it actually got hit by a car. Donna says that she found the bird stuck in the patient waiting area, which was thankfully empty at the time. According to the shocked Donna, the turkey was scratching and clawing up the walls, causing a significant amount of damage to the interior of the dentist office. Probably messed up those magazines that they have out there. You know those magazines that they put out there? The highlights? Animal control was called, although they reportedly had trouble wrangling this wild bird. Yeah, I'd imagine you did. Animal control never probably had to tackle a turkey in a dentist office.
Fortunately, the bird was eventually captured and removed from the office. Yay! No molars were lost. One animal expert theorized, okay, we got some animal theories here. What's going on? That the turkey may have seen its own reflection in the office's window and attacked. Apparently, the turkey was part of a larger gaggle in its mating season for the birds, which would account for the potentially aggressive behavior. Oh boy, you don't want to tackle a turkey during mating season in a dental office or any office for that matter. As for the waiting room, it will reportedly need the walls repaired and also repainted. Also, shattered glass reportedly ended up cutting some of the chairs and the furniture, and it will require deep cleaning to fully remove it. What about the turkey poop? Did the turkey poop all over the place? I'd imagine the turkey pooped as well. I don't know. I wasn't there. Dubai has just banned a new trend of serving coffee in baby feeding bottles. Authorities in Dubai have directed all coffee shops to cease serving beverages in baby bottles. I never heard of this practice. And now that I think of it, it sounds like a great idea. I'd love some cold brew in a baby bottle. That's fabulous. First of all, it's not going to spill. I mean, that alone makes it very appealing. Put it in your car. You can travel with it. You can ride a skateboard and sip a baby bottle coffee. The Dubai Economy says the practice is against local customs. It also violates the precautionary measures in place against the spread of COVID-19. Well, how? I mean, unless you're sharing your bottle with other people, how is that violating precautionary measures? You sip your own bottle. It's your bottle. You're not spreading it. This order came after the authority found visitors bringing baby bottles to cafes for a quick fill of coffee and other beverages. Oh, they're bringing their own baby bottles. Huh. I don't know how I feel about that. I guess it's okay. What's the difference if they give you one or you bring your own? I mean, I'd rather you just bring your own and recycle it. You just keep it's like bringing your own coffee mug or your own Yeti to Starbucks to get filled up with cold brew or iced coffee or hot coffee or whatever the hell you want in it. The Dubai Economy inspectors summoned the cafe's representatives after videos and photos of this practice were posted on social media. Don't you guys have better things to do, inspectors in Dubai? Here's a quote from the Dubai Economy. Oh, the Dubai Economy. Is that a person? Wow, their economy has a personality, and you can quote their economy. How advanced. It says, such use of baby bottles is not only against local culture and traditions, but the mishandling of the bottles during the filling could contribute to the spread of COVID-19. That's true. If you are bringing your own bottle to be filled and then the person working the cafe touches it, well, they should be wearing gloves throughout the whole process anyways, so that it shouldn't be an issue, but I can see your concerns. It's kind of like when the supermarkets are like, please don't bring your own bags. We don't want to touch them. They came from your house. Okay, you convinced me. It's all right. I tell you, I went on a little search on Google to find out what is the point of these baby bottles? Like, where did this come from? Because it's such a strange practice for, adults to be drinking their coffee out of baby bottles. All I could find was some tweets where people were mentioning whether or not it was dissatisfying to them or not. We have one here. It says, I believe people who are into the coffee baby bottle trend are people who have reached rock bottom. Serve iced coffee in a baby bottle as part of your regression therapy. It's just too absurd to think that right now there are grown men and women drinking coffee from a baby bottle. Yeah, that's from some users. Here's some more. Why is coffee or hot chocolate in a baby bottle becoming a trend here? Are they out of ideas? If I see one person drinking their coffee out of a baby bottle in public, it's on sight. I use weapons. Well, that's a little over the top reaction. Here's another one. I honestly don't get the appeal of the whole drinking juice coffee in a baby bottle. Oh, well, at least I'll get a kick out of watching adults doing it. Okay, well, these are responses from people, but I'm still not getting any answers here. Does anybody have any idea where this came from? What this is all about? I'm very curious. The phenomenon of drinking your beverages out of a baby bottle. Why not just have bars do it too? Just drink your beer out of a baby bottle. That sounds lovely. I mean, the whole spill thing right there is just a major advantage, And I don't know. I mean, it might It might be fun to sip out of a baby bottle. It's been a long time since I've done it. I feel like it might be, I don't know, make you feel like a kid again or a baby again. Anybody have an opinion on this or have information? Please call me. 646-450-2012. Anybody work at a coffee shop? China proposes teaching masculinity to boys as they're alarmed by the changing gender roles. Ooh, this sounds like a very controversial article, Jonesy. Yeah, fun times. Let's do it. Okay, the article begins by giving a story about a fifth grader named Bu Yunhao. And everyone makes fun of the 11-year-old, calling him too girly. He was quoted as saying, "I wanted to run away. I wanted to run right out of the classroom. I was ashamed." He's now 13 and a first-year middle schooler in Shanghai, China's largest city. Some of his classmates made fun of his high-pitched voice and the way that he screamed when he tried to maintain discipline among his fellow students as a class monitor. Others teased him for spending so much time with girls and said he acted like he was trying to date the other boys in the class. Yeah, he's gay. So what? What's wrong with that? The bullying eventually stopped. Well, he was bullied? Yeah, this ain't right. It says here, but a recent announcement by the government that singles out boys who don't fit traditional Chinese ideas of masculinity has revived these painful memories. The plan to encourage masculinity in male students has inflamed a debate over modern gender roles as China's government increasingly emphasizes what many consider to be outdated and damaging stereotypes for men and boys. Here's a quote from the founder of China's largest feminine advocacy media channel called Feminist Voices. Lu Pin says, "Boys don't need masculinity education. The concept of masculinity forces every man to be tough, which excludes and harms men with other types of characteristics. It also reinforces men's hegemony, control, and position over women, which goes against gender equality." I completely agree with Lu Pin. You know, you don't have to teach, you don't just teach this stuff. I mean, it's going to happen or it's not. I mean, people just gravitate towards certain behaviors because they have character. Everybody's different. We had boys that didn't do masculine things. We knew what we were dealing with. You don't force somebody. You push a square peg into a round hole. It's all about being yourself, right? I mean, maybe not in China, clearly. They're putting this initiative, which involves hiring and training more gym teachers, testing students more comprehensively in physical education, making health education compulsory, and supporting research into issues like the influence of the phenomenon of internet celebrities on adolescents' values. Well, of course, you should research into the influence of internet celebrities on adolescents' values, but not in relation to their gender roles, but in relation to other characteristics like, I don't know, character, honesty, this sort of stuff, generosity, which you're not going to really find with these internet celebrities. So maybe not research too deeply into these internet celebrities. You're not going to like what you find. Most of them are pretty selfish, not very good role models. The plan follows a warning from one of China's top political advisors that the nation is experiencing a national masculinity crisis. Oh, goodness, what's going on? Not enough guys to play touch football? Is that what's happening in China? Somebody who's an advisor to this program says, Chinese boys have been spoiled by housewives and female teachers. Now they're becoming delicate, timid, and effeminate unless action is taken. Oh, get out of here with your crap. Addressing the issue is a matter of national security, this guy says. Warning that the feminization of Chinese boys threatens China's survival and development. Well, this is just alarmist paranoia with no basis in reality. You want to show us the proof of this? Boys in China traditionally are expected to show strong leadership skills, get good grades in math and science, and excel in school sports, says a sociology professor. Well, look, you don't have to be that masculine to get good grades in math and science and even excel in school sports and show leadership skills. What are you talking about? I don't understand at all. And by the way, there's enough people in China, okay? We got 3 billion people over there. There's plenty of masculine boys over there. I'm sure. You're not experiencing a crisis, okay? A national crisis. Your country's going to go under. It's not threatening China's survival and development. You got enough people, period. This is all about control, man. You know, it's about they want to control every aspect. You know, it's like human nature. They're just very uncomfortable with human nature. They try to control it. That's why they're not very sensitive to gay lifestyles as well over there. Or the use of psychoactive compounds, such as cannabis. They're not okay with it because they're just uncomfortable with people tinkering, as they call it, tinkering with human nature over there. They want to control. And it's stifling. It's a stifling culture. Oh, now I'm on my soapbox, guys. I apologize. And you know, one philosophy that comes out of China that I live my life by, that it seems that they just don't even have a grip on anymore, is the Daodejing. This piece of wisdom, this text that came out of, I can't remember when, the 5th century, something like that. It's a way to live life, man. It's a way that I wish I could live my life. And it's like, just be and let be, basically. Just go with the flow. Go with the flow, China. You invented that philosophy. It's sitting there in a textbook that's 1,500 years old. Longer, actually. I think it's 500 BC. So 2,500 years old. You invented it. Came out of your culture. Go with the flow. And yet here you are. Centuries later, just saying, no, control, no. If you feel like something, that doesn't mean you should do it. All right. Okay, Jonesy, you should stop now because this isn't really educational. You're just kind of ranting and raving. Yes, you're right. I am. I'm ranting and raving because stuff like this kind of upsets me a bit. Anyways, please call me if you have a take on this. 646-450-2012. Today was a weird show. I hope you enjoyed it, though. And if you have anything you'd like to say and share, please call me or email me, funnyjones@gmail.com. I'd love to hear from you.
You like podcasts? You're listening to my podcast. Maybe you thought to yourself, I'd like to make a podcast. Too difficult. No, not with Anchor. Anchor has free creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast from your phone or your computer. Anchor distributes your podcast to Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, and more. They have advertising integration, so you can even make a little money off your podcast. Everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. And good luck with your podcast. Good luck with your creation. Good luck with your life, man.
Save your weird for another day. Bing, bong, boom. Did you guys see The Weeknd was snubbed Grammys? I thought that was completely unfair. Nobody had more radio play than The Weeknd. Shout out to my Canadians. Jonesy, what are you talking about? I don't know, guys. I'm distracted. I want to thank everybody who sent me stories and emailed me. And I want to thank the angry Florida man who called me several times. He sounds like he's wasted, so I'm going to publish a few of those calls after this. You might want to stick around for that nonsense. The angry Florida man. Just adding to the week. Always adding quality entertainment to the week. Just love it. You guys can reach out to me on Instagram @FunnyJones. Tomorrow's Friday, Florida Friday, so send me articles, funnyjones@gmail.com, or go to weirdafnews.com and you can submit Florida articles that way as well. As always, I have a Patreon, and that's how I try and keep the lights on. Keep the light on, I should say the singular light on in my closet, you know. It's weird, what is it? No, I forgot. Patreon, patreon.com/weirdafnews. So check that out and support the show if you feel like it. If not, all good, baby. All good. We'll see you tomorrow for Florida Friday. Make sure you're there. Be present. Don't be late.
Yay! Oh, Jonesy, I know I'm a few days late to be commenting on some Florida Friday stories, but this young sir there in Florida, age 24, going 100 miles an hour in a BMW with one sock and a pair of briefs on. What was his allegations? What was he charged with? Being freaking awesome? Oh my Lord, this is just a Florida boy just catching up for what COVID has done to the rest of the United States of America. Now, Jonesy, this cat, maybe was he driving through a construction zone? And then he has the audacity to ask for a female officer, as if he was going to be like, hey baby, You ever driving a BMW, 100 miles an hour, 24-year-old kid with a bag of snoot on the seat? Yeah, you best remain silent, you stupid son of a bitch. Jonesy, I'd like to comment on the fact that Florida is a little bit lawless. I'm a bit older, man, and I recognize that times have changed. But in my day, we used to go down to Ybor City till, I don't know, 6 minutes before the sun would rise. You could be out in the bar, and they'd give you a paper bag full of road sodas for the ride home. And I don't call them Coca-Cola or Dr. Pepper. All right, man? So, yes, it's a different style. It's a different laid-back culture. You know, everybody's flip-flop got a bottle top opener in them. Perhaps I bullshit a little bit, but yes. Oh, Jonesy, I totally understand what you're saying, but this is never the right occasion to bring up the word umbrage. The only time you should say umbrage is when you're with your nana and she says, "You want to play bridge?" Okay, I was completely out of line with my vocabulary. My vocabulary, because an ambulance just drove by and my vocabulary was out of control, and umbrage is your prerogative. But nevertheless, Piano Man sucks.